Sword is Shanks trained Luffy Part 12. Let's left off with the Straw Hats kind of just retiring for 2 years, kind of like how they did in canon. They all got new bounties, but I'm gonna go over what they did as they retired, because my audio kind of sucked last time. So Luffy, he went back to his kingdom, he went back to his village, then went to the kingdom where Sabo was born. It's in the same country as them, but like Sabo was born in the kingdom. Luffy was born in the village. So we left off Luffy went to Sabo's parents, telling them Sabo died, and him lecturing them on why they should have been better parents to Sabo. So yeah, Zoro goes back to his dojo, retrained to swordsmanship, and he actually put Queen of Sword on her grave. He's gonna get it when he, goes back to being a swordsman. And Usopp, he went to the Syrup village again because he was born there. And Yasopp died in the last part, not like Whitebeard. It was Yasopp and Sabo. So Usopp moved back to Syrup village and informed everyone that Yasopp's dead. That broke a lot of villagers' hearts. So yeah. And then he actually started training the 3 kids that he actually, tricked into being pirates. And he actually thought of them as his own kids. And also, if you guys don't remember, our boy Usopp finally got some. He married Kaya. So yeah, Usopp married Kaya. And they don't have a kid because Usopp isn't going to pull a Yasopp. He's going to love his kid if he does have one, but he's not going to have one. So Usopp marries Kaya. Luffy tells Sabo's parents Sabo's dead. What was it? Frankie goes back to Water 7 and becomes a temporary mayor. And the Frankie family, they're all kind of just like the guards of Water 7 now, since Frankie trained them properly how to fight. So another Luffy incident doesn't happen, because he knows there are guys like Luffy that can pop up at random. So yeah, Frankie's a temporary mayor. Zoro is back at his dojo, and he planted the Queen of Sword in her grave, because the Sensei is surprised it's a black blade. He'll try to question Zoro, but Zoro says, that sword has too much blood on it for me to, or that sword has enough blood on it for it to become a black blade, so you don't need to question me anymore. So yeah, the master, or the Sensei, is going to accept this, but be disappointed that there's so much blood on his daughter's sword. But he's actually going to challenge Zoro to a fight, and Zoro arrives there. Zoro's going to pick up his only non-black blade, and the Sensei's going to rush at Zoro, and Zoro's going to cut the Sensei's blade in half and to leave one thin cut on him and say, "You're too below me in skill to even scratch me," as he just puts Kitetsu the Third away and just trains every student at the dojo. Yeah, Zoro ended up beating Mihawk to a standstill. So Zoro ties for the #1 swordsman in the world. So Shanks retired. Nope, screw it, he did not. I forgot. So Shanks did not retire. Every Whitebeard pirate retired. Except Ace. He went back to being the captain of the Spade Pirates, and he's the new Yonko. So yeah. We go to Luffy ending up, I guess. Right. So Frankie's temporary mayor. Nami goes back to her home village. They kind of just applaud her for her giant bounty, but she reveals it's higher. Pretty sure I said she has like a 600 million berry bounty. Her last bounty was 300 million. Pretty sure her new one's 600 million. Alright. Oh yeah, Chopper did get new bounties. I'll go over that later. Chopper, he goes back to Drum Island, and he's #1 doctor there. Like he heals everyone and everything. Like the animals, that's easy. He's accepted as reindeer, and Chopper got some good reindeer areas. He had a good day. So, yeah. Who else is left? Brook. I'm gonna say that Brook ended up going back to the dojo with Zoro. The same island that Brook went to in canon when he got smacked by Kuma. Brook was kind of just traveling and stopped there, and they worshipped him as Satan still. He's not, but he did take care of the Long Arm tribe. Like they all challenged him, and Brook just used Conqueror's Haki and said, you will treat these people as equals, and you're gonna stop bothering them, because they have the power of Satan on their side. he just went with their flow. So I need to make one adjustment real quick. One comment. My school started today, so a lot of what ifs are not going to be uploaded. Like Dragon Ball Z what if. I need to finish watching Dragon Ball Z because I'm only in like I'm barely into the Cell Saga. I'm like entry 17 just killed Dr. Gero. I'm at that part. So yeah, right back to the story. So yeah, Brook is defending the people that don't have long limbs from the Long Arm tribe. Oh, I'm forgetting the Straw Hats. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh yeah, Robin. I'm gonna say that she actually went to the bridge that she went to in canon because she heard that it was kind of under siege. So yeah, Luffy's being trained by Dragon. I forgot. So I'm gonna say that he actually put Robin, Kuma, and Ivankov as the heads of the Revolutionary Army while he's gone, because he's gonna train his son for once. So yeah. So Robin's one of the heads, and she's talking about freeing the island, the bridge. Everyone's on board with this, and Kuma, he's gonna kind of just stealth his way in there as like a lost traveler, and the guards are like, "The lost traveler, eh?" And they just try to arrest Kuma. So Ivankov will come in and just deck every single guard around Kuma. And one guard runs to call backup. He just sees that all the guards have just snapped necks. Like Robin just clutched all of them. Then she releases everyone on the bridge. They don't know how to adjust to normal human life. And Robin convinces them all to become revolutionaries. So yeah, Robin just made a few hundred new revolutionaries. So yeah. Alright, I went over all the Straw Hats just now. I'm not gonna repeat myself. If you guys want to hear what I said, repeat it, or repeat the video, rewatch it, or I'll comment it. I'll just go up. Actually, I'm just gonna put it in the description. Alright, now the Straw Hat bounties. Luffy amassed a bounty of 3.5 billion. Zoro 2.5 billion. Yes, I'm upping the bounties because I forgot what I said in the video. Zoro 2.5. His stayed the same. Sanji has a bounty of 1.8 billion. Usopp has a bounty of 1.5 billion. Robin has a bounty of 2 billion. Nami has a bounty of 600 million. Chopper has a bounty of 500 million. Frankie has a bounty of 800 million. What else am I forgetting? Yeah, Brook. So Luffy 3.5, Zoro 2.5, Sanji 1.8, Robin 2. Okay. I'll comment the bounties. Sure. Right. Luffy 3.5, Zoro 2.5, Sanji 1.8, Robin 2, Usopp 1.5, Nami 600 million. Brook, he has 800 million. Frankie 800 million. Chopper 500 million. That's it. Alright. Pretty sure that's every Straw Hat. Wait. I'm gonna fast forward through the 2-year time skip. I need to find a new picture. Okay, this is what the Straw Hats look like. Usopp no longer sports Kabuto. He sports a rifle. Nami looks like how she does in the picture. Brook, usually being giant, has his like cane sword. What Luffy's wearing in this picture is what he's wearing as a Straw Hat pirate. Right, yeah, 2 years is over. Usopp comes, off of the island, and their bounties are no longer frozen. Well, they're frozen, but they haven't done anything. So yeah. I'm gonna say they all assemble at Seba Odi. They all assemble at Seba Odi. They go to meet Rayleigh. One thing they definitely don't notice about Luffy, he is ginormous. So Luffy in this one is about 7 foot. So he's around Frankie's height in this one. Because Frankie's like 7'3". Brook's 9 feet tall. This fine art is just inaccurate with the heights for Frankie and Brook, but Brook is like 2 feet taller than Frankie. So Luffy's around Frankie's height right now. I'm kidding. No, Luffy's around 6'8". That's it. Ace, he gained a notorious title as now his bounty amasses to, I'm gonna say 4.3 billion. So yeah, Luffy is the 5th Yonko. Some people still consider Whitebeard a Yonko, even though he's a retired pirate. He still has his territories, though. Okay, it's Fishman Island. No one wants to invade that because they know. Because actually, Whitebeard lives in Fishman Island now. He lives in Fishman Island. Because the country he was born in was war torn, but since he put it as his property, no one bothers it. Right. So I didn't discuss where Sanji went back to. Sanji went back to the Bratier. He went back to the Bratier, discussed everything he did with like Zeph and everyone. They're impressed, and he makes new foods for the menus. So the Navy knows, or the Marines know where Luffy is. Like the whole Shark, they know where they are. They're just not going to go to them. They know the moment like they disrupt where they are, Luffy's going to hunt them to the ends of the earth. So Sengoku's scared. Like he's scared of what the Sharks are going to do to the world government once they reassemble. So Luffy gets to Sabaody first. So he's there, and I want to say that Luffy kind of assembled a harem, because he had some good times with Boa because she visited him. Luffy already had some fun with Nami on the ship a few times. Same thing with Robin. Just no one knows this except the people he's done it with. And the Straw Hat Pirates. So yeah. Zoro's the second to get there, and he tried to be first just to greet his captain, but Luffy's already in a bar, like he's in Shaki's bar just drinking away. And he's surprised. Luffy has like a Whitebeard-sized bottle of sake. If you guys don't know how big, like, if you guys remember Whitebeard meeting Shanks, or the first time we saw Whitebeard and Shanks interact, Whitebeard had like a bottle of sake, probably about the size of Brook. That's what Luffy's drinking, like, probably about something about Brook's height, and it's a bottle of sake. And when Zoro walks in, Luffy just throws the bottle to Zoro. Zoro catches it and just drinks the rest of it. So yeah, they wait about 2 hours. Nami and Sanji walk in, and she actually has a nude version of the climate attack. Because I'm gonna say that Usopp came to give her like a Kabuto/climate attack duo thing. And Nami's impressed with like how much Luffy built up, since training with the dragon must have been harsh. So, yeah. So Luffy has a sense of sadness still, because his one goal is to kill a Kainu, and he did that easily. But he has a new goal: revenge on the government. So yeah, that's Luffy's only goal. So yeah. Alright. Nami's kind of just holding on, like, he's kind of filling up Luffy. And Luffy doesn't care about this. He says, as long as Joe's like, it's not bothering you. And Luffy says, if it doesn't interrupt me eating or drinking my sake, I don't care. So yeah. Robin will walk in and kind of join in with Nami. Like 30 minutes later, Robin walks in after Sanji and Nami. Frankie isn't there yet. Sorry if I said Frankie, but Robin walks in after Sanji and Nami, and she joins in with what Nami's doing, just filling up Luffy. And Sanji's just kind of embarrassed and he's mainly kind of just flustered because of what he's saying, but he's also a little jealous. And then at one point, Robin almost smacks Luffy's food. And he gives her a glare, and she catches all the food. She apologizes and just stops. Nami just stops too, and just like mumbles, "Way to ruin the fun." Frankie will walk in, and Luffy's gonna just high five Frankie. Frankie's gonna notice that Luffy grew a little bit and say, Luffy, you're almost as tall as me. Luffy says, and don't worry about that. You stop growing, and I'll stop growing a little bit. So I need to go over the Straw Hat ages. Okay, the Straw Hats come back together, and their ages now. Luffy and Usopp were 17 before the time skip, so Luffy and Usopp are now 19. Usopp married Kaya when he was 18. Zoro and Sanji are 21 now. They're 19 before the time skip. So 19 before. Nami is 18 before the time skip. She's 20 now. Chopper was 15 before the time skip. Chopper is 17 now. Robin was 28 before the time skip. She's 30 now. Frankie was 34 before the time skip. And he's now 36. Brooke was 88 before the time skip. Brooke is now 90. Alright, I'm not gonna repeat that. I'll just put it in the comment section. So yeah. So when it comes to stuff like numbers, I messed that up too much. So like bounties, what they were doing, and their ages are gonna be in the comments. Alright, so let's come back together. And the Navy already surrounds like the area since like Frankie comes, Chopper came. Every Straw Hat's there. So this one, Jinbei did retire, so he's not ever gonna be a Straw Hat. So yeah. And Usopp looks out the window and sees there's Marines outside. And he sees there's not really one high-ranking Marine with them. And one thing that catches his eye, the highest rank with them would probably be, I'm pretty sure, a Rear Admiral. That's the highest rank that he has. And he picks up the pistol and says, I'll be back. And he closes the door as he leaves the bar. And I'm gonna say after about 2 minutes, Usopp walks back in, and every Marine out there is dead. They're dead or just in a near death state. And Usopp, he's the best sniper now. Like, he's the #1 sniper in the world. Like, the guy on Blackbeard's crew can't compare because, he's dead. Like, every Blackbeard pirate is dead. Unless the ones he got from Impel Down. They aren't, out of Impel Down. Like, Shiryu, the Rain, he's dead. But, he's alive. He's just in Impel Down level 6. So, there's one thing I didn't mention. That's right, Grand Fleet. I haven't mentioned them in a while. The ones that they have at Dressrosa, they're not in the Grand Fleet yet. Luffy has like a small one of like, the buggy pirates. They have Gaimon and the animals on that island. Pretty sure they made, Luffy didn't make Captain Kuro. Alright, Luffy has around 300 last time I checked. Yeah, the giant pirates. They make up some of Luffy's Grand Fleet, so. Alright. I'll go over his Grand Fleet later. So first off, Usopp killed every Marine that tried to circle them, or put them in a near-death state. Usopp doesn't use a slingshot anymore. Like, he thinks that since he got married, he had to grow up. And he's not a kid anymore. So he uses a rifle and a pistol. So yeah, Frankie powered up a little bit. Frankie is more like Kuma in terms of smarts. So yeah, Kuma's a very smart guy, Just, he's not conscious anymore. So yeah. Frankie will see that there's like more Marines coming. That's what people say. Yeah, I haven't had a good fight in years. I'm gonna go see what this will do for me. And he walks outside. Less than 30 seconds later, he walks back in, and just his right leg is just covered in blood, and says, "This sucks." And no one thinks it's Luffy's blood. They know it's like he used Gum Whip, and no one put up a good fight. Right, I'm gonna make one addition to Zoro in this one. He managed to make Kitetsu the third a Black Blade. Because I'm gonna say that some Marines found out where Zoro was. I'm gonna say that the sensei actually tried to snitch on Zoro, and just like Fujitora came because he's an admiral now. Oh, he's an admiral now. Tried to snitch on Zoro. Fujitora came. And Zoro actually, I'm gonna say Fujitora didn't have his eyes beat up before, like, Dressrosa. Like, he didn't. Zoro's the reason Fujitora is blind in this one now. And Zoro turned Kitetsu the Third into, a Black Blade. Just from beating up Fujitora. So the sensei got demoted to a simple student, and no one can beat Zoro. He's now the best swordsman in the world. Mihawk even came to town Zoro at one point, and Zoro beat him. So yep. So Zoro's the best swordsman in the world. Chopper's the best doctor in the world. Well, Brook, I'm gonna say he comes in the top 5 swordsmen in the world since he turned his cane into a black blade. Frankie, I'm gonna say he places the top 10 of the smartest people to ever enter not to ever enter the One Piece. To be this, I'm gonna say he places top 10 for the smartest people ever in the world to the people in the One Piece universe. Not many places in the top 5. Robin places in the top 5 with Nami. So Robin's in the top 5 with Nami for smartest. So yeah. Pretty sure Captain Kuro took number 1. No, Beckman took number 1. Not in the whole One Piece world, actually. No, Vegapunk takes number 1. Beckman takes number 3, I believe. No, Vegapunk's number 1. Then Beckman takes number 2. Kuro will take number 3. So yeah. Alright, this round's kind of just come out, and I'm gonna say that Fujitora's there, and he holds a grudge against Zora. So, not Zora, Zoro. Like, every admiral's there. Well, except, like, the new one that we get introduced to. But there's, like, Aokiji, Kizaru, and Fujitora. Those 3 are there. For the hell of it, I'm gonna say Kong showed up. So the old fleet admiral showed up. And Cypher's, like, everyone in CP9 is dead. Like, they're dead. So there's no need for them to show up. Yeah. Just the 3 admirals and Kong showed up. And Luffy, he looks at the triads and say, don't kill any of them. No, they're not really worth our time, but still. We're gonna get too much heat if we kill them. If we just, and not for Chorus, not Sengoku, damn it, Kong will say, the thought that you can kill us, or the fact that you thought you can kill us, is gonna be your downfall. And versus that Luffy's just gonna he's gonna just use his simple speed and just surpass Kong at any speed that Kong could use. Luffy is rushing at the speed of sound towards Kong. Kong, talk about the speed of a bullet. Luffy, sound. And Kong just fell to the ground and Luffy passed him. And that's when Kizaru knew Luffy's already out of his league. Luffy's far beyond Admiral. So right now, let's say that if Luffy were to at least fight Big Mom, Luffy is gonna win easily. If he were to fight Katakuri, the whole fight's gonna be on Luffy's side. So Luffy mastered armament. So Luffy, he can use the barrier anytime he wants. But yeah, and his barrier is red. He maxed out armament. Then he maxed out observation. He can see, I'm gonna say, 15 seconds into the future. Luffy can see 15 seconds. And for his conquerors, Luffy can use it to the point where if he uses it too much, he can kill someone. See, if Luffy were to use his conquerors on someone like Buggy's gonna die. If we were to use it on someone like Crocodile, they're gonna probably just be put in a near-death state. So I don't know if I said Crocodile's dead or not, but a lot of people that broke out of Impel Down are put back in, except for Ivan, the Scissor Guy, and Junpei. They're not put back in. And we're not gonna go to Fishman Island arc. That's not really needed right now. Cause like Hody, that's not gonna happen. Whitebeard lives on Fishman Island. Like if Hody wants to show up, Whitebeard's gonna cut him in half. Simple as that. He don't even have to do that. He can just use the devil fruit and just destroy the man. Right. But Luffy has a better idea. They're gonna break into Impel Down. So, Fishman Island had something to do with water. On something to do with water since Impel Down because I'm in the middle of the ocean. And Shocky overheard Luffy say he's gonna break into Impel Down. And I'll say that Rayleigh wasn't training with Luffy, and Rayleigh actually got put into Impel Down. And when Luffy heard that he got put into Impel Down by Shocky, Luffy says, "That damn old man. Alright, Shocky, give me my crew. Give my crew at least 2 weeks, and we'll bring Rayleigh back here." He's gonna say, "I'm pretty sure it can take you less than that." Luffy says, "Oh, it can. We're gonna stop a lot just to eat stuff. Alright, bye." And Luffy just leaves the bar, and his ship is there, just fully coated. As Luffy will remember, his ship is Pluton. He's gonna laugh and say, "Oh yeah." And he's just gonna get on the Sunny and say, "Alright, Nami, full speed ahead." He's gonna jump on the ship as well and say, "Alright, aye aye, Captain." And everyone just hops on the ship. So yeah, Brook's there, Usopp's there. I'll say that one more Marine will try to. Well, first Kizaru and Fujitora. They didn't even try. Well, Aokiji, Kizaru, and Fujitora. They already know Luffy's crew outclasses them in every way. The only person that could probably rival them right now would probably be like Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy, and Usopp, just for the hell of it. They're Admiral, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. They're Yonko level. Usopp is more of an Admiral level fighter. Brook's an Admiral level fighter. Frankie's Admiral level. Brook, Usopp, and Frankie. They're Admiral level. Nami and Robin and Usopp, not Usopp. Nami, Robin, and Chopper. Nope. Robin's an Admiral level fighter as well. So more on the side of Nami and Chopper. They're more like Vice Admiral level fighters. So everyone on the crew except for Nami and Chopper can fight in Admiral. And I'm gonna say that Kizaru will actually rush at the ship, just trying to throw a light beam. Sanji's gonna just not even coat his foot in armament. He's just gonna kick the light beam away. It's gonna be the thing that he tried to use on Marco the Phoenix. Kizaru's gonna try that. Sanji's not gonna even use hockey or anything. He's just gonna kick it away, and it hits Kizaru. Kizaru goes flying, and that shocks everyone except the Straw Hats. Even Shocky's surprised. So yeah, I'm gonna say that the Supernovas are there because they wanted to see Luffy. They didn't know where he was. They arrived just in time because they saw a bunch of Marines just get on the ground covered in blood. They saw Sanji just kick away the beam. And Kid is impressed, so is Law. This one, Law and Kid will walk up to the Straw Hats and ask what they're doing. And they're not worried about the Admirals or Kong. They know the Straw Hats are going to destroy them. Luffy will say, well, one of my friends is in Impel Down, so I have to go break him out. And that's when Kid will say, "Alright, we're coming with." And Law will say, "Wait, who's we?" And Kid will grab Law by the shoulder and say, "That means your crew and my crew, we're going with them." That's when Luffy will say, "No one's really allowed to travel with us unless they're in our Grand Fleet." And Kid will say, "Well, I guess we're now in your Grand Fleet." Luffy's gonna laugh and say, "Alright." And also, Kid actually started training during these years, so he can clash with Aokiji, but not win. Aokiji's gonna win barely. Aokiji's gonna win. So yeah, that's the level Kid is at. Law doesn't really train. That's not his thing. if he just were to use all of his strength and smarts together, he's more like a vice admiral level guy. So yeah. So Luffy will end up going to Impel Down because the ship is fully coated and he's gonna go. When they arrive there, every Marine will like rush at Luffy. That like all the ships guarding Marine, like not Marine Ford, every Marine guarding Impel Down is gonna try to go at Luffy. Dude, Luffy's not gonna take out all the Marines. He's gonna take out enough to soak fear into the others so they don't attack. So Luffy takes out around 1/3 of the Marines all by himself without even being scraped. Other 2/3 are like, nah, we don't want that work. We're cool. And Luffy's gonna go inside. And just for the sake of it, I'm gonna say that like other Marines know that the ones on the inside are gonna come out to see why didn't they do anything. So they're just gonna lay on the ground like, yeah, we're not here. He knocks out Conqueror's Hockey. So yeah. And Magellan did get demoted in canon. This one he didn't. Because I'm pretty sure, like, oh yeah, Magellan tried to commit suicide in canon. Pretty sure he tried to commit suicide in canon because he let everyone get away. This one he didn't. Like, only like, there were like 4 escapees, and that was it. They let him off easy. So they let Magellan off easy since he got one escapee back into Impel Down. And I'm gonna say as Luffy before Luffy even got inside, he just made a call and his whole grand fleet showed up. Like the buggy pirates showed up, and those guys. So when they arrived, they see Kid and Law. They're like, oh wow. And Buggy in this one, it was known that he was part of the Grand Fleet. So now he has a 200 million berry bounty. He's not a warlord because, he's associated with Luffy, but he was offered the position. So, yeah. So Buggy's there, and he's like, hey, yo, we do kind of a thing, and we have our kid on our ship. What do we do about that? Luffy's gonna look at Buggy and say, seriously, you brought a kid here. And yes, Buggy and Alvida got together and had a kid. But Luffy's gonna look at Luffy, not at Luffy. Luffy's not gonna look at Luffy's ship. He's gonna look at Buggy's ship and just notice something similar, notice something familiar. He notices a green afro. Luffy's gonna jump in the air and he's gonna see Gaimon. Luffy's gonna rocket toward Gaimon and say, Gaimon, what's going on here? Gaimon will say, oh yeah, me and the animals joined Buggy's crew. So he told us he was associated with you, and we thought that was cool, so we joined his crew. Luffy's gonna say, alright, back in the pirate life, I say. I see. Not I say. Back in the pirate life, I see. Gaimon's gonna high-five Luffy and say, yeah. So Luffy will say, alright guys, our goal is to break out quite a few people out of Impel Down to join my grand fleet. Our targets are mainly people that, it's pretty well known who I fought, so if you guys know who I fought, break them out. But there's 2 people specifically I want. Specifically 3. There's 3 specific people I want. 3 specific people. Douglas Bullet, Silver Israeli, and Crocodile. Those are the 3 people I want. But they shiver in fear when they hear Douglas Bullet and Rayleigh. Not so much as Crocodile. So that Buggy actually earned his bounty increase, and that he's probably on Crocodile level right now. Like, when Luffy was first introduced to Crocodile and fought, that's what Buggy's at right now. That's like Buggy's strength. Buggy gets a boost. Alright, so yeah. So Luffy's next goal after Impel Down is to take out the warlords. Except like Boa and Mihawk. Yeah, Boa and Mihawk, he's not gonna take them out. Kuma was fired as a warlord. So just mainly every warlord except for 2. Actually, no. Mihawk was kicked out of being the warlord because, he's mainly a warlord. They mainly had him be one because he's the #1 swordsman, but he's kicked out. And Boa was kicked out for fornicating with Luffy. So yeah. like undercover marine that like heard that Luffy and Boa kind of did it and reported it to Sengoku. So Boa and Mihawk are no longer marines. Not marines, warlords. Now there's Weevil. Weevil's a warlord now, but there's 2 more spaces. Who's gonna fill them? And Shiryu of the Rain, like the guy that had the invisible fruit after the time skip. Pretty sure he killed Moria. The guy with like the invisible fruit after the time skip, Shiryu. He's one of Whitebeard's crewmates. It was like he broke out and he's a warlord now. There's 1 more space left besides Weevil. Weevil's already warlord. Shiryu's a warlord now. Let's see like X Drake, like the supernova, is a warlord now. So Luffy's only goal is to take out the warlords after Impel Down. So yeah. Then after Impel Down and the warlords, the Yonko. He's gonna leave Shanks alone. If Shanks doesn't want Luffy to, or Luffy's main goal for Shanks is to have Shanks join his Grand Fleet. And Ace. If they don't join his Grand Fleet, Luffy's gonna beat them into submission. Or at least attempt to. Alright, everyone breaks into Impel Down. So Luffy's main 3, like Usopp, Sanji, and Zoro, their goal is to take out the guards. Like level 1 through 3, their goal is to take out the guards, if there is any. 2 through 5, their goal is to take out the guards. Buggy's goal is to just find prisoners with bounties over 30 million. Like the first forest, like the Crimson Forest, like the forest full of blades and spikes. No one's really worth in there, so Luffy tells them to leave those guys alone. And this is where they find guys from Baroque Works. They go down to level 2. And I'm pretty sure they find Mr. 3 in level 2 in canon. So they find Mr. 3. He joins the Straw Grand Fleet and Buggy's pirate crew. They go down to level 3. And Luffy will find Mr. 2. Sanji will find Mr. 2. And they find Mr. 2 in level 3. Mr. 2's gonna recognize Sanji and say Sanji got a little more handsome. And Sanji's gonna kick the cell down and say, "Oh, shut up, let's go." So Mr. 2 will join Buggy's pirate crew. Then they go down to level 4. I'm pretty sure like level 4 is the Boiling Hell. It's not. It is now. They go down to Boiling Hell. No, level 4. I'm pretty sure it's just animals. They go down to level 4. They don't find anyone interesting. Then, as they're down there, they go to level 5. They find a lot of Baroque Works agents. And Mr. 2 and 3, they were just punished for being individual workers for Crocodile. Billions and millions. Those guys are like, they were put in there since they recognize some of them as like ex-Marines or pirates with bounties of at least 10 million. So yeah, they're put in Impel Down level 5 just to be taught a lesson. Luffy will break them out. They join the Straw Grand Fleet. Now Luffy has a few thousand Straw Grand Fleet members. He has around 2,000 right now. He finds Mr. 1. Mr. Doublefinger, I'm pretty sure, is dead. So yeah. Luffy gets to Impel Down level 6. And like Sadie, the guard that controls the the awakened zones, there's 5 of them now. Like there's one more after time skip. In canon, there's one more after time skip as well. So the 5 demon guards will rush at Luffy. Then Robin, like hesitating, is gonna summon the giant fist and just crush them. Like they're a pile of like goop on the floor now. They're not even recognizable. Excuse me. So he's gonna rush at Luffy, and one comment just makes Nami angry. So he said, "If you weren't a pirate, I'd make you my husband." Nami's gonna teleport. Like she's gonna be fast enough to the point where it's like teleportation. And she's gonna like be behind Sadie and just smack her in the head with a climb attack, and say, "No one touches my Luffy." He's gonna be kind of like he's gonna blush and say, "A little defensive there, Nami." I'm just like gonna summon a hand and just like can just like I don't know. Never mind. Screw it. Impel Down level 6. Luffy will find Rayleigh, and you know, Rayleigh's gonna say, Luffy, I kind of guess you were coming to get me. He's gonna tear off this is like this. The cell's made of sea stone, and Rayleigh's like, you might need the keys. He's just gonna grab the cell, not even using hockey. He's gonna rip this whole cell door off, and say, no, not really, and just throws it down. Rayleigh will break out, and Luffy's just gonna infuses he's gonna turn his hand into I'm gonna say just blackish hockey, and just do a karate chop through Rayleigh's hand restraints and his leg ones. And I'm gonna say that Frankie found Douglas Bullet, and Bullet is just sitting in the cell doing push-ups. And Luffy, Frankie's gonna say, Luffy, is this Bullet? And Luffy's gonna walk to the cell, and Bullet's gonna see Luffy. He's not gonna recognize him. And he's gonna say, what do you two brats want? Luffy will say, oh, Douglas Bullet, you're free to go. And he rips off the cell door. Bullet thinks Luffy's a guard and tries to crush Luffy's head. Luffy's gonna deck Bullet in the gut and say, we're not Marines, you idiot, we're pirates. And that's when he sees Rayleigh. Rayleigh is with these guys. And I'm pretty sure Bullet was around when Roger died. He's gonna ask Rayleigh why he's with this kid. And Rayleigh says, oh, I was arrested a few months ago. This kid just broke me out. He's my friend, actually. He reminds me a lot of Roger. He reminds me of Roger a lot, so I kind of trained him a little bit. Came to break me out. And he's gonna say, also, Luffy, let's say he gave the straw hat back to Shanks. So no, screw it, he has it, just not in the picture. Bullet will actually ask why Luffy broke him out specifically. He will say, I heard you were a powerhouse, so I wanted you to join my crew. I'm tired. Bullet will say, well, I'm not joining your little pirate crew. Luffy will say, alright then, well, instead of joining my crew, join my grand fleet. Bullet will say, how many people are in your grand fleet? He will say, a little over 2,000. And Bullet will say, does it grant me anything if I'm associated with you? Luffy will say, well, you have unlimited access to everything. And no one really wants to mess with my crew. You know, because I kind of ripped off an admiral's head. And once Rayleigh and Bullet hear this, they're like, you did what? He says, oh yeah, I ripped off a Kainu's head. And Rayleigh's gonna slap Luffy and say, that is barbaric. Luffy will say, it's not my fault. So yeah, he's gonna give the whole Rayleigh and Luffy are gonna have a parent-son argument. Luffy's nah, Akainu started it. He killed Sabo. I finished it. So yeah, Mr. One will find Crocodile and break him out. Crocodile will see Luffy, hey yo, why you breaking me out? He'll see his millions and billions, then he's like, hey, cool, I'm part of your Grand Fleet now. So yeah, they leave, and Luffy's next goal is kill all warlords. And he actually went to, he went to Kuma, he went to Mihawk, and he went to Hancock. See if they want to do it instead. And Mihawk's like, I know that Law has a grudge against Dofi. So, Law, you can take care of Dofi. If you want to, bring Kid. But there's one thing. I might struggle with Weevil, so Zoro, I'm gonna have you help me with Weevil. So this is Mihawk saying this, not Luffy. Luffy would make quick work of Weevil right now. And Zoro knows who Weevil is. He made a pretty big name. Not Luffy. Zoro will say, oh, that guy. The guy with the Naginata. Pretty sure Brook can handle him. So, Brook, why don't you go after him? Brook can say, yo, I'm pretty sure I can handle some little rookie like that. And he just, Brooke will just go. See it. Hancock, she doesn't really want to fight the warlords, but she looks at Luffy and says, I'll fight if I get a little something special. She blushes. Luffy's gonna say, if you don't help me, you're not gonna get anything special from me ever again. She can just say, damn it, doesn't work. And she rushes off to just fight some warlords. Robin and Nami are kind of upset at this. Brooke and Sanji are more jealous than, upset. Kuma, he's not gonna fight, Kuma's Kuma. Alright, we're gonna leave off here. Sorry for my yawning, just very tired. Alright. Enjoy your day. I'll make a new what if tomorrow.